So it's that time of the year again, E3 2016. We're coming about it really close. It's next week, and I thought I would make a list for the most anticipated games I'm looking forward to for this year. And it's a big one. It's something really hard for me to do, considering the fact that there's so many different games coming out and so many that we don't really know about. This year is going to be full of surprises. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. Let's get into it. For number 10, it has to be ReCore. We saw this last year. Short trailer. It kind of looked like Journey, but if it had a AAA budget. It's going to be created by Kenji Inafune, who is the concept artist for Mega Man, and also Metroid Prime creators. So I'm expecting to see a lot of good concept art for this game when it's showcased at E3 for 2016 this year, but at the same time, I'm also very curious to see gameplay mechanics too. I mean, that's the most important thing that's killing me, because there's AI companions in this game, and it looks like you can go into any robotic person or something and take control of him, and there's also third-person shooters, and it's an action-adventure, so it's kind of confusing. At the same time, I just really hope this game does good, and it's not like another Knack. Just saying. Watching back at last E3, I was pretty much intrigued by the concept of a 4v4 medieval knight versus samurai versus ninjas game from Ubisoft, and we got that last year, just a little bit, a little taste by a couple demos here and there, but it was mostly secluded by just a couple character classes. But this year E3, it looks like we're going to get more information for the game For Honor. This is a game created by Ubisoft Montreal and is set to be published by Ubisoft for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And it seems to have a nice esports focus to it, if I have to say that. I'm also curious to see how they're going to, I guess, make each class appeal. Like, a lot of people are going to be playing samurais. Let's just be honest. I'm going to be a samurai and just go through everybody. So I hope they make ninjas and knights pretty, enticing at least. And there's also Vikings as well, so that's a plus. Definitely check out For Honor at E3 this year. Okay, so one game that's been under people's radar completely, that was released from last year in October, was the game called Fury, and it is so cool. So I just discovered this on E3 list for this year, and it's this cyber samurai-esque boss fighting game, but it also has like shooting mechanics to it too, and it's kind of a rhythm-based shooter as well, and it's like everything I wanted in a video game, basically. So what originally drew me into liking this and wanting it to see at E3 was the opening cinematics. It was anything to write home about, but I did like the art style a lot. And it had this weird rabbit guy, and he kept on talking to you, and your character didn't talk, but he talked for you. It was pretty interesting. You had to escape from a jail cell and go off and kill him in this really cool battle. So, I don't know. I'm liking it a lot. I hope to see more gameplay. The environments actually look really good too, and the people that are making this are a small game company called the Game Backers, so they had to work with limitations, and hopefully this will give them good exposure. Maybe this will be a sleeper indie game hit, who knows. All I know is that this is number 8 on this list. Horizon Zero Dawn hands down took the show at E3 last year. And for good reason as well. It's made by Guerrilla Games Studios, the same people that did the Killzone franchise, and you can see that being translated into what is an action role-playing game that's set in a world after civilization, after we created mass robots, and there's a story behind it that hasn't been seen before, and we're shown limited gameplay from last year, and it was amazing, but I hope that those graphics and fidelity and everything that we were shown stands up and wasn't scaled back or reduced for this year, and we have an actual playable demo for everybody at the show for this year. and to see more characters introduced in this game. But when they bring it out this year, I don't want this to be another repeat of the same showcasing of last year. I want this to be a different environments, different world, and to show the scale of this game. That's what I really want to see, is how big is this world that we're in, and is it just in sections, or are we going to explore everywhere? So yes, Zero Dawn, PS4 exclusive, so definitely another reason to get a PS4. I'm jealous because I don't have one. Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, so I have been a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game one of my favorite games of all time, hands down. But I am so sick and tired of hearing about Kingdom Hearts 3 without getting a release date. Please, this year, 2016, give us a release date for Kingdom Hearts 3. We also want worlds. What worlds are we going to be? Are we going to have Frozen? Are we going to have Star Wars? Show us, please. I need to know. I don't care if it's delayed another couple more years. It's definitely not coming out from 2017, so this is a little mini rant. But if there's any footage at all, I will be like so happy. And I wish I could have put this higher on the list. I really did, but you know what? The release date still hasn't been given to us. So it's most likely going to be coming out in 2018, possibly 19. Definitely not in 2017 like they say it is. I'm telling you right now, it's not, but I want something. Give us a couple more worlds. Tell us what's going to be in the game, not just showing us trailers. I want more gameplay. Please give us the gameplay. Please, please, please. Just show us what we're gonna get. So Kingdom Hearts 3, please, please get a release date. Oh, it's also coming to Xbox One, PS4, and not PC, just PS4 and Xbox One, which is fine. And that's why Kingdom Hearts 3 is number 6. Very frustrating. Love and hate with this game. Oh, God. Number 5. All right, this is where it gets good. Titanfall 2 is on this list for number 5. And for good reason. It's a first-person shooter, but also has mech elements to it. So you're a pilot who runs on walls, but you can call down your mech. If you haven't played the first game, it only came out for Xbox One and PC, but this year, Titanfall 2 is going to PS4. And so this is huge to keep your eye on for this game. The thing that had a lot of people complaining from the first one was that there was a lack of a campaign. And I think that Respawn will show off a campaign or campaign elements that will be in Titanfall 2. And they have a bigger backing from EA. And it was pretty good. I love the first game. I really did. I just wish that they held on to their fan base, because it kind of dropped off till the end from lack of guns and lack of, constant upgrades. And so hopefully we'll have that. And customization for our mechs. Please, please, please let us put Optimus Prime logos on it. Come on, this is just a no-brainer. Come on. And that's why Titanfall 2 is number 5. The original Halo Wars for the Xbox 360 that was released in 2009 was surprising to a lot of Halo fans, because they took something that couldn't be done, which was a strategy game on a console, and they made it possible. And it was created by Ensemble Studios originally as their last game. And so it's been brought back from the dead after 7 years back to Microsoft Studios, and 343 Industries are creating this with Creative Assembly, and I'm so looking forward to this. It looks like we're gonna have Baroof Chieftains as the bad guys for Halo Wars 2, and we're finally gonna see what happened to the ship that was from the last game as well. No spoilers here, but Halo Wars 2 looks to be really, really cool. We haven't seen gameplay of it yet, but expect it to be there at E3 this year, 2016, and it will be pretty good. I promise you that if you're not a strategy element fan, but you love the Halo franchise, I would definitely check out Halo Wars, the original, and also get excited for Halo Wars 2. That's why Halo Wars 2 is number 4 on this list. Number 3, Battlefield 1. So we've never gotten a World War I based game, I don't think ever, from AAA developers, especially from Battlefield. We've gotten World War II, but this trailer that they released this year was so amazing that it got 1,818,660 likes. The most liked trailer this year by far. Has gotten a lot of reception as a breath of fresh air into the franchise. And I have to say right now, I completely disagree with all the hate that the World War I setting gets for being boring. It has chemical warfare, it has tanks, it has trenches, it has close combat warfare as well. It has everything that you could possibly want in a Battlefield game, and the environments basically are endless possibilities that you could do with it, especially now in this trailer, from like Serbian environments or desert settings and more flat base settings as well. And man, I just can't wait to get back into a shooter that's from the past and none of this modern warfare stuff anymore. Not that I don't like it, but it needs a new breath of fresh air, and Battlefield 1 will surely do it. They're going to utilize the Frostbite engine so well with the chemical warfare, and I can't wait to put on the face mask as I charge through smog and smoke for close combat battles. Oh, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. It's coming on Xbox One, PC, and PS4. A game that makes me want to yell at the sky for not owning a PS4 right now. But that is Detroit Become Human. The cool thing about it is that it's based off of a tech demo for the PS3, and it has you playing as the protagonist named Kara as she goes through Detroit as a robot, but now she has thought, feelings, emotions. The thing that I'm looking forward to from this game is creating philosophical discussions about what AI is and what artificial intelligence is and how is it different from us, and is it actually them that are the robots, or we are the robots, or are we all the same as well? So I'm really looking forward to choices in this game. Terrific setting. I loved how it's in Detroit. That's such a fitting setting as well. It's created by Quantic Dream, so you know it's going to be good. Very narrative-based game. We haven't seen a lot of the gameplay, but that will all change this year at E3 2016. I really want Detroit Become Human. Really do. Saving up for that PS4. And of course, number 1, a game that needs no introduction, Mass Effect Andromeda. I've been waiting for a story that continues Mass Effect 3, or that's set in a completely different area, but continues the Mass Effect universe, because the world that BioWare made was so good, so well done. Original characters, original races, original aliens, and it was the best role-playing game, sci-fi role-playing game ever, my opinion, created. Mass Effect 2 was probably my favorite game ever, and to see it getting continued in Mass Effect Andromeda, oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to it. But the thing is, we haven't seen gameplay. That's all going to change at the EA press conference, most likely. And we're probably going to see more of it, again, at this E3. And it was delayed from this year to 2017. So they're pumping up quality, they're going through it, they're making sure that everything that they have is up to the quality standards. And that's good. That's what I want to hear. The thing is, we don't know how big it is. We don't know how big the scale of the game is. They're bringing back the Mako, of course, and so now we can traverse worlds again. We can interact with environments, most likely. Hopefully. We can go and see new races, new characters, and I'm looking forward to all of that being shown at E3. We need to have more information based off this game, and this is going to steal the show. Hands down, I guarantee it. I saw like a car commercial, but it's true. Mass Effect Andromeda is the most anticipated game for E3 of 2016. Well, there you go, guys. That's my list for the most anticipated games for 2016 E3. Of course, we all have our disagreements. We all have our discussions. This was a very hard list to create by far. I left out a lot of good games like Gears of War 4, Legend of Zelda, the Final Fantasy games, but I think this is a good list. But what I really want to hear is from you guys. What do you think? What are you looking forward to? Did I miss anything? Is there some new game that I haven't known about but is going to be shown at E3? I want to know. I want to know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. You're watching Rob Summerhays, and this is what I had to say.